Steve.
Fellas.
What's goody?
What's the countdown at?
For what?
Holiday season. Best time of the year.
That depends.
2022 bowl season. Who's playing?
I'm thinking about that's going to be fun. You know what I love is like this time of year getting a text or two, if I'm lucky enough, from somebody that knows that a quarterback might not play.
Oh.
That somebody's going to opt out. Last year for me it was Nevada.
Carson Strong.
Western Michigan. I loaded up on Western Michigan and some tall 6'8" guy for Nevada.
Yeah.
Took the snaps and made it interesting early. Had me sweating. But yeah, I'm waiting for that text from somebody.
Okay.
Steve, what do you think, man? What's the biggest opt-out edge that we can get here? Because we got Levis, a couple quarterbacks are opting out, a couple players are opting out. Like, if you think there's one big edge that can be gained from seeing some of these guys opt out, which one do you think it is from a betting perspective?
Well, obviously, it's got to be quarterbacks. Levis missed a game this year, and it wasn't pretty for Kentucky. So that's all anybody has seen when he is not involved in the offense. So that's what everybody's going to jump on. I believe Iowa's going to start a quarterback that's never even played a snap because their backup transferred and is gone already. So that's why people are having fun. I do ask the question, would you rather have the under in Iowa, Kentucky, or Army-Navy this week? That's the one I'm trying to go off of.
Well, that's a good question because I'm going up to Philly for Army-Navy.
So am I.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
When are you getting there?
Saturday morning.
Oh, fuck, Steve.
Yeah.
How long are you staying?
Probably till the winning team sings alma mater.
Damn, you're going to go home?
Yeah.
But wait.
Come up Friday night.
Can't.
Why?
We got youth hoops going on. We got rebounds to get.
Come on.
What, can y'all drink some Miller Lights before the game together?
I hope we do.
Yeah. What's your setup? Are you're connected to somebody, right?
Well, yeah. So
Section 213, row L.
Sorry, I'm down in the hundreds.
Seat 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, dude, have you ever been?
No, I haven't. And
God.
so one of the guys I climbed Killy with for Conquering Killy, his name's Jason Van Camp, Green Beret, badass, played football at Army, just humanitarian, awesome dude. And he's got a foundation called Warrior Rising, so I'm going to go up there and support him. And
awesome.
We get suite tickets, so I'm going to be up there in a suite with Bo Allen and Jason and some of the fellas. And I'm obviously, because the people that gave me tickets are wearing green, I have to wear like some form of green or maybe something neutral, right?
Camo, bro. Camo.
Just wear camo.
Ooh.
That's it. Just go camo.
Stolen valor.
Yeah.
No.
Real tree camo. Just to let them know, like, hey, I do guns sometimes, but I'm not a troop. You know? What do you think about just rocking some real tree to the Army-Navy game?
Yeah, I'm fired up now. Here we go. It is. I will say this, guys. It is as good an event that lives up to and exceeds expectations, man. Like the way they do it, the broadcast you obviously watch on TV, but being there with the flyovers and, that's like there's nothing else going on, man. It is Army-Navy. There's true passion. Growing up, all my friends were always Army fans, and I always liked Navy's colors better. And then I had a chance to go to Annapolis, so I was always Navy in favor that way. So, and now I have a nephew that is in the Naval Academy, so I'm going to be all Navy. But I could talk to anybody. That's the cool thing. Everybody gets along. But it's fun. Best thing about it, Chris, I know how sometimes you have to go to the bathroom a lot during events because you're staying hydrated.
Yes.
Number twos as well. Yeah.
No.
Just
where does that
hydrated.
come from?
Staying hydrated.
I don't
Quick
shit
game.
in public
Chris,
bathrooms unless I have to. What are we talking about? I'm not going to take a dump at Army-Navy. That's not patriotic.
I wasn't getting there. That's making
it was a joke. The
out
number
of the
2 thing was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah. But quick game.
But how do we feel
under 2
about
hours and 30 minutes? It's great.
Yeah. How do we feel about shitting at a stadium, though?
Oh, Lord.
Well, in a suite, probably okay.
Yeah.
Not if the bathroom's in the suite.
No, you don't want to do that. The people
well, that's a good point.
Yeah. These guys are smart. They're Green
Berets.
They're going to know what I'm doing before I go in there. They have intelligence on what I'm doing. They're going to be like, oh, that guy's going to take a dump.
problem is Macon doesn't remember the last time he was in a suite because we were
Nah,
there.
I got bad news for you, Steve. I'm in a suite like every game now.
Oh,
like all the football games, all
So
the
you remember
basketball
those
games.
times? You don't remember the real.
I was at the JMU with
Look.
the common folk in the seats the other night. He was in a suite.
I think your feet were on the wood, and you left at about the under 12.
Yeah, I was looking right at John Grisham.
Yeah,
You know, in his seats.
yeah. Now, Steve, I was just so excited that you were here. If I could get that night back, I'd dial it back by double.
The night we went to Dirty Nelly's.
Yeah.
Well, when Duke came to town, Duke doesn't come to town this year. I just learned, so we probably won't be seeing Steve
Nah,
till
I'm talking about the
2023.
Notre Dame football game.
Oh, Notre
I was-
Dame. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Which
that
night
one-
you had to
that was
talk
great
about?
because Chris and I just jumped in the back of a pickup truck. Guy gave us a ride at Dirty Nelly's, and we were
Yep.
good.
Yeah, we were good.
Traffic was off the charts that night.
Okay, so Steve, the under, what's the total in that Army-Navy game? Does anybody know? Is it
I
like
think it's at
36?
32.5.
Oh,
32.5.
damn, dude. That's
16 in a row, guys. 16 in a row it's gone under.
That is but it just feels like maybe I'm going to be the 17 is going to be me. My bad luck.
Middy's favored by 2.5.
Yeah, that is puzzling because Navy plays in the American Conference. They've played better competition this year. Army has not been great.
Oh,
a lot of expectations this year. I think it started with the loss to Navy and the upset last year. But when you go back and look at Army's wins, it's not impressive. They beat, Villanova to start their first win, Colgate, UL Monroe, UConn, and UMass. That's one FBS win.
Beat Jim Mora though.
I guess UMass does count. So.
Yeah.
But Navy has come along, started off the year horribly in a loss to Delaware, and has got things back on track. But if this gets to 3, you got to take Army. That's the only way because it's a dead field goal game.
How about teasing? Can you tease a military game?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how about teasing Army and the under?
Yes.
Just like you teased Kansas State in the under, right?
Yes.
There you go.
I also
Good
bet Kansas State straight up. So I did one of those insurance.
Hey, good week by you last week, Steve.
Hey,
You know.
Holy
you know what?
shit.
You know what? We were seeing the ball well, and then
Yeah.
you know what happens?
Yeah.
The season ends.
Yeah, people were
That's
texting
amazing
me.
how
People
that
were
happened.
texting me about, oh, Steve was right about Utah, all this shit, and I didn't believe you.
I didn't believe me.
Okay, so what's the total in the to get back to your original question? What's the total in that low-scoring bowl game that we were just referencing, Iowa and Kentucky?
31.
Jeez,
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the balls to tease these unders, let alone join the military. I mean, like I just.
You're going to – let's see. When is this? This game.
What's scary? Okay.
That game is New Year's Eve day. You're going to open up a teaser on December 10th and close it on
No, I'm
December
not doing it.
31st.
I can't do a month-long teaser. I just can't. Yeah, I just can't.
Hey, here's an edge. Talking
Real
about
tease
edges.
God would.
The coach who leaves you to go coach the team you're playing probably bet on the team that the coach just left.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Isn't this the Cincy Louisville game?
Cincy Louisville.
Fenway Bowl.
Park. One
Nothing
sideline.
says bowl games than going to Boston.
Well, yeah. How does that work when you're staring across the field at the team that you're about to
Not
coach?
across one sideline.
Yeah, 'cause they have one
staring
sideline.
down the sideline.
Very
Yeah,
good observation there.
Thank you. He's just not going to show. But I
Yeah,
still
he said he's out.
Louisville's going to play for Deion Branch. That line's 1.5.
Yeah.
Cards.
How about Jeff Brohm going back to Louisville and the message that he sent out? Did you see the
I
message?
have not seen the message.
Take a look at this. This is the text Jeff Brohm sent to his players. Hello, guys. I wanted to reach out and inform everyone that I have decided to accept. He spelled it EXCEPT. The Univ of Louisville head football coaching job. While I love Purdue dearly, the time is right for me to go back home. I just spoke to our football team at 1 p.m. today. I will personally reach out to each and everyone, one word, of you in the next 48 hours to answer any questions you may have. Thank you, Coach Jeff Brohm, Purdue. His punctuation sucks. His spelling sucks.
Well, I can explain this.
Okay.
He went to Louisville.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Okay. Hey, you think Jeff Brom's going to do a good job there?
I do. I look at Louisville having more of the intangibles you need to succeed. I look at where the ACC is as a whole as far as football goes. I think improvement is a lot quicker to get there, and I hate to say it, I love the Purdue fan base. They're fantastic, but I kind of think he brought them to the pinnacle, and that's a spot in the conference championship game. I don't think you can go to the playoff at Purdue. I don't think you could, even with the expansion. But to get to, obviously people are going to say he should have went there more. But that's the problem when you don't have all the things you need to succeed as far as a football program, and that's just an investment standpoint. I think Louisville brings that to you, and I think the world of him as a head coach. He's been unbelievable as an underdog. He's done well. He's a great offensive mind. He's a real aggressive play caller. It's gotten him in some trouble to start the season this year against Penn State and Syracuse. But I think the world of Jeff Brohm. I really do.
Man, I'll never forget the Jeff Brohm concussion video. You can find it. He was in the XFL. Have you ever seen this video?
Yeah.
Where they interviewed him after Reed, play that, not right now, but put that in post, the Jeff Brohm interview. This is one of my all-time favorites. I guess somebody knocked him out cold. He left in an ambulance and played the next week. Was that it? A couple days later, something like that?
Jeff Brohm, how in the world are you starting this game tonight after taking that hit just 6 days ago?
Well, let me answer that question by asking you two questions. One, is this or is this not the XFL? Yes, it is. Two, do I or do I not currently have a pulse? Yes, I do. Let's play football.
Jeff Brohm at Louisville. Good for him. Yeah, back to his alma mater.
I think his back hurt.
Yeah. Okay, here I want to float a take. If bowl games and teams want their star quarterbacks to stay for the bowl game, they should work together to take out an insurance policy. The school and the bowl games take out an insurance policy for these quarterbacks. Is that out of left field?
No, my question is, do these quarterbacks already have the insurance policy?
They probably do, but maybe put another insurance policy on top of it.
Little bowl game rider.
Layering
insurance policies. Got it.
Yeah.
That's a good saying.
When are we going to start? Like, Will Levis had nothing to play for starting a couple weeks ago. When are we going to start seeing guys being like, yeah, what's the difference between the fucking Mayo Bowl and the damn, in South Carolina in December when you're out of it?
Yeah, no, it's a fascinating question, Chris, because you've obviously made it to the highest level. I look at bowl games as back when I was playing, that was the goal.
Yeah.
Get over 500, go to a bowl, get your bowl swag, get a little per diem in your pocket, the best 2 weeks of your life, hanging out with the guys on the road. We even went to El Paso and had a blast. I'll probably never go back, but I'll still remember those 2 weeks. And it's just being with the guy. That's what you play for. School's out. You don't have to worry about schoolwork. The Rose Bowl when we were down there, Santa Monica Lowe's for a week, over to Beverly Hills Hilton for a week. Like I said, per diem, money in your pocket, and that's guys already have the money in their pocket now. So that's probably half the battle. But I'll never forget and always appreciate going to a bowl game. It was the best, and it's a shame it's lost its luster. And these guys, I don't want to say they don't appreciate it, but they just don't get it. There's not that same motive, and guys have their aspirations on higher things. So I sort of get it, but I just remember what I went through and what we went through and getting that and attaining that and enjoying it in the process and knowing that, we reached the goal that year.
These kids deserve a weekend in El Paso. Okay. What's more dangerous, being a prospect going down to El Paso with per diem and a couple nights out, or playing in the fucking Mayo Bowl? I feel like just being in El Paso is dangerous for a couple days if you're supposed to go in the first round.
And that's a good point. And I played in a Sun Bowl where they brought you over to Juarez, too.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
That was, man. That was an experience. We celebrated New Year's Eve twice. We celebrated in El Paso, and then we went over to Juarez.
Which was better?
I remember El Paso better.
Okay. Yeah.
It's my birthday. New Year's Day is my birthday, so.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How's that been?
Pretty good. Played my last college football game on my 23rd birthday.
Man,
that was goal of my life.
Did you get presents wrapped in like Christmas paper every year? Or?
There might have been some Christmas paper left over to wrap the Christmas birthday gifts in, but that's okay.
Who's getting a late Christmas present in April and getting Michael Mayer? Who do you think drafts Michael Mayer? Because that news came out this week, and I know you were just excited.
I've said it for a while. You know, everybody goes back. Kittle has his thing with Iowa. Stanford's had a good run. Notre Dame's had a great run. Michael Mayer's the best tight end to play the sport, and I don't even know how long. When you look at what he's done, when you want to talk about putting on the tape, you want to talk about a resume, you want to talk about breaking records, that dude has done everything. Played as a true freshman and it only got better and better. And the thing is, when I go back and watch this year, you know, they lose a quarterback. They're playing a guy maybe that's not, you know, up to that level, but, you know, they still got to play the games. Everybody knows he's the focal point. They lose one of the receivers before the year. They lose a running back. And still to put up those numbers and do what he did is just remarkable. It's incredible. It's the best, you know, tight end career that I've seen. When you talk about all facets of the game, he's not one of these guys that doesn't put his hand in the dirt. He lines up everywhere, and I think he's a huge asset to whoever gets him. I think somebody's taking him for sure in the first round. I just don't know how high it's going to go because I think these quarterbacks are going to play out, and they'll play themselves out. But Mayer is as a sure thing as there is at the next level, seeing what he did at this level, in my opinion.
L.A. Chargers, 16.
Man, or Detroit Lions.
Oof.
Because Dan Campbell got rid of Hawkins, and everybody was wondering why. And I thought aloud, maybe he's looking ahead, and he's like, I got to have this guy. And I'm not saying Jared Goff is the answer. We'll get into talking about the NFL in a little bit, but he's saying he's playing his best ball right now. Maybe he's campaigning to stick around. He plays well at Ford Field. He's found a home. So good for Jared Goff. And maybe Michael Mayer is, in Dan Campbell's eyes, an immediate need. That would be a beautiful fit.
Hey, Steve, do you know what time of day you were born?
2:59 p.m.
I was going to ask if tight end is one of the safest picks in the draft. Like, as far as, like, what you're going to get out of the position, the way it translates to the pros, I feel like tight end is not an unsafe position to draft relative to some other positions.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I'm full of them, Steve.
I know you are that, but I think, you know, everybody talks about the quarterback and the situation they're going to, Chris.
Yeah.
I think the tight end is enormous in that because it brings balance to the formation. You know, what's the worst formation that, you know, a defense can face is when you bounce it with two tight ends.
Yep.
You know, because then, you know, with all the split zone now and the motion and all that stuff, it is a bastard to prepare for that kind of stuff. And when you get one as good as that and as versatile as he is, he could line up anywhere. And that's what I think is so enticing at the next level. Everybody obviously points to Kelsey and, you know, George Kittle and people like that. So I think you could do all that. People are going to talk about his speed. I'm not worried about his speed at all. The best thing about him is how well he catches the ball in traffic, and that's what you need to do in the NFL. You're always going to have somebody, you know, trailing you and then somebody coming over the top when you're running down the middle or, you know, running across the middle. So that's one thing that for sure is not a doubt in my mind is him being as strong and flexible and good at catching the football in traffic that you need to do when there's so many one-on-ones.
It's interesting. The highest drafted tight ends of the 21st century. This has been Eric Ebron in 2014 at 10th overall. You know, definitely not a bust or anything. Like he maybe didn't live up to a top 10 billing, but he was a solid player in the league. Mm-hmm. Same thing with T.J. Hawkinson, really good player, already traded for a bunch of capital. I know that the Lions parted ways with him, but that's not a bad sign. Kellen Winslow Jr., 6th overall in 2004. That was an up and down career, but he had some high heights. He was a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yep.
Vernon Davis, obviously that was a hit, 6. Mm-hmm. And then Kyle Pitts, which I think Kyle Pitts is interesting because he's not really a true tight end. Now the definition of that position is changing, but people are going to be left wanting more unless they get the right quarterback in the building. And we'll see if it's Desmond Ridder
this week.
Yep. Yeah, so tight ends, relatively safe. What do you think about Prime in Boulder? Give me an over-under on years he'll be there. I'm going to set it at 3. You can take the over, the under. And I don't mean he's going to get fired.
That's a great number because I want to see how the plan lays out without Shedeur at quarterback. You know, if the kid's a stud, I think he's the main thing that this thing is going to revolve around, just like he did Jackson State. And people have been throwing out, they got to go to TCU week 1. You know, we're going to find out a lot. Then then they play, I believe Matt Rule, Nebraska comes to Boulder for an old school Big 8 matchup, which is fun. And then I believe they get Colorado State. So I think there's got to be a foundation, right? And that's where I think you're going to see Deion work his wonders. You know, he's got I love the hire of Sean Lewis from Kent State. If anybody knows college football, some action, Kent State had an unbelievable schedule this year that included games against Georgia, Washington, Oklahoma, and I'm forgetting somebody else, maybe even Ohio State. But he's as creative as there is, and that's what you're going to need to be, because it's as bad as a roster as there is as a Power 5 conference. Like, it probably is the worst among Power 5 teams as Deion steps foot on campus. And he's got guys that, you know, he's got Tim Brewster, I believe, is going to come with him. Tim Brewster was a guy that recruited me at North Carolina back in the day and went with Mac Brown to Texas. He's been an unbelievable recruiter throughout his lifetime, and he knows how to get guys to your campus. So he's got guys. He's surrounded himself with the right guys, and that's what I'm talking about with the foundation. It's you know, you got USC at the top, you got UCLA at the top of that division. Utah's going to be a pain in the ass till the day you come home. So he's got his work cut out for him, but there are wins. I expect to see progress, and I think the biggest thing is what you're going to be able to see and where you're going to get an honest evaluation, Chris, is because they are at the absolute rock bottom you can be as a Power 5 program. So you're going to see the improvements, you know, as they come. So that's a factor that I think is good, because then you know, there's something to go against where you could see the improvement. So, I mean, he's going to talk a good game, so we expect a good game. He's
staring
proved
at
he's
staring
proved
at a
it.
room
I'm not
full
doubting
of
him at all.
full of Samsonite luggage, though. You know, so like no, but he's got. I think in college football, it's interesting. You know, in the pros, coaches are getting shorter leashes. You know, it's time to turn things around quickly. But in college, and that may be the same in college, but I think in college, like somebody like Deion, there's a loophole because you have status and because, you know, you are it's a stupid thing to bring up, but they already gained 200,000 followers. They've already, you know, had a bunch of people sign up for season tickets. Like, there is an undeniable buzz when there's certain names that enter the program, and maybe that gives him a longer leash to play out his 4 or 5 year plan if he plans on being there that long, because there is an infusion of excitement. You know, even though it's artificial and doesn't necessarily translate to wins, this is a business, and they're trying to make money, trying to sell tickets, and trying to be viable. Somebody said that it already helps the TV package that Deion's there. So,
it's Pac-12 for sure.
So, I mean, like, there's definitely a draw to this for a school. It's got none to lose, you know? It's like
that's the key.
You know, so that'd be interesting. I was surprised he took the job because I thought that's a tough stepping stone to the next one, you know, but it'll be interesting. Okay.
Shador gets to play.
He's pretty good, huh?
The USCs and the UCLAs and all those teams.
He's pretty good.
Exposure.
That's my biggest question, is how far, you know, people are making a deal what he did at Jackson State as far as Deion goes, but what's the time frame here?
Yeah.
You know, is just to, you know, finish out Shador's? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the goal is, but he will be invested. Somebody mentioned who's going to have more cameras around him, Deion in Boulder or the Kardashians. I thought that was a good take because we are going to see it all. It is going to be well documented. You know that with Coach Prime involved.
No question. All right, let's talk some pro ball.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Helix mattress segment. You know, who's sleeping the best? Who's sleeping the best?
I got one that sort of deals with the NFL. I'm going to say Kirk Herbstreit because there's no game day this week, and he finally could go home after the Amazon Prime game Thursday. Herbie doesn't have to, you know, get on his private jet again and, you know, go to college game day and call a game Saturday night. So Herbie gets to go home after Thursday night's game. I'm going to say Kirk Herbstreit sleeps well this weekend.
That's a really interesting one.
Thank you.
Don't you sleep better in a hotel, though?
It depends.
Yeah. I reckon his kids are older.
His kids are a little older than yours, Macon.
I know
it always goes back to Macon, but his kids are older than.
I don't know.
Fuck you, Steve.
I don't know that I don't know that Herbie's getting 8 hours of REM sleep when he's on the road. I think Herbie's sampling the town. You know. No comment. Is he later? Because when he was younger, he used to hit it hard. You know, he used to hang out and everything, and he was up for game day. I'd hear stories about those guys being out late, and I used to be blown away by how good they looked in the morning and how sharp they were. But I think at his age, maybe now, yeah, he's turning in early. Okay, I'll give you one. The Ravens front office, they're sleeping well. This is playing right into their hands. Lamar gets hurt. Hey, this is what we're worried about. The offense hasn't been great, even though we haven't given you any fucking weapons. I don't think they've had a wide receiver catch a touchdown for some time. And they might lose some games here and justify, hey, like maybe we don't pay you. I don't know, what's he asking for? $250 million.
Mm-hmm. A lot of money.
I feel like the Ravens front office is kind of like, okay, I'm glad he's not hurt too bad. We don't want the guy to get hurt, but. You know, this is a negotiation that's playing out on the field.
It's tough because when you look at everything they're about, and I go back to last year, Chris, with all the injuries they had, and then Harbaugh totally changed his approach in camp. He admitted it. You know, more walkthroughs, less contact, and that's as opposite of a Ravens mindset as I could think of. And now you still lose your quarterback. It's pretty unfortunate. I've liked the moves they made in the draft. I thought they did a good job in bringing in some defensive guys this year, but the offense has really, really sputtered. I thought the injury to Andrews early in the season really hurt them because he hasn't been 100% since, and we know how valuable he's been to Lamar and the other tight ends. Likely's missed time since he had a big game. I thought Charlie Kohler, the kid from Iowa State, was going to bring some balance to the offense, knowing how versatile he is in catching and blocking. So, and J.K. Dobbins, you know, coming back and then getting injured again. It's tough to piece together, but it's still there for the taking. Their schedule plays out a lot better than Cincinnati's does. Yeah. But I look at that game. I mean, I love, like, now we're in it. Like, college football's over, and now we jump right in. My favorite division in the league, the NFC or AFC North, and we get Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Baltimore, Pittsburgh this weekend. There's nothing more I can ask for as far as those games go.
Just muddy games, man. They're just muddy.
Physical, man, and a lot of hate. That's the way I like to watch games.
All right.
Daniel Carlson's sleeping pretty well. Raiders kicker.
Mm-hmm.
We got the win last night against the Rams.
Okay. A little reverse psychology here because we haven't done Thursday Night Time Machine
little
yet.
mini bye.
Yeah.
He knocked 3 of those suckers through the uprights. 6'5", 215. Those are nice dimensions to sleep, you know. He's not too big. He's probably no apnea or anything, but enough.
But he can go diagonal.
You can go diagonal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Daniel Carlson. You know, Daniel Carlson went to Auburn.
Did he really?
Sure did.
You don't usually associate NFL kicker with Southeastern Conference, I don't feel.
I don't generally pay attention to where the kickers came from. I just hope they make the kicks, you know?
Yeah. Who's your favorite kicker?
All time?
Yeah.
Sebastian Janikowski.
And who's your favorite teammate kicker?
Teammate kicker?
Me?
That's good. Probably Greg Zuerlein.
Yeah, Greg the Leg. And he went to...
Greg Zuerlein drink beer back when you could drink beer on the plane. Greg Zuerlein be back with D-line drinking beer. Greg Zuerlein's a regular Joe with a huge leg, Legatron.
Greg the Leg went to Missouri Western State University as well as University of Nebraska at Omaha.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Locks.
Steve, you're at 24. Macon, you're one back at 23. Chris, 18 total. 5 back from Macon, 6 back from the total.
Reed, do you want us to pick all 11 again this week?
If you can, that'd be great.
Reed's tired of y'all shit, is what he is.
I'm tired of y'all shit, frankly. I'm scared to say anything. I'll make it about me. You know.
It always does.
Yeah.
Daniel Carlson. You know who else is 6'5"? Me.
You're not 6'5".
No, I'm not 6'5".
Okay.
With some big old Doc Martens, baby.
All right, I'll give you my first lock. Okay. Lions. Okay, Super Bowl era. 8 teams with it. You've probably seen this by now. 8 teams. It's trendy. This is so hipstery and so supported by the numbers that I think it's almost flipped on its head, and it's like the trendy pick now. I don't know where the action is. I don't know where most of the money is, most of the bets are, but I like the Lions. In the Super Bowl era, 8 teams with an 800-plus win percentage, or 80%. It's fucking complicated. Have been an underdog versus sub-500 team. teams in week 14 or later. So that fits the bill here. Those teams are 0-8 straight up and 0-8 against the spread. That would be the Vikings in this situation. And I really do believe the Lions are, if you look at these two teams and you take the records out of it and you watch them over the last month, I don't know that the Lions are outclassed here. I like the Lions, even though they're favored. Put your nuts on the table.
7-1 to make the playoffs.
Ooh.
I like it. I looked at it, and the worst thing is, though, what happened last week.
The tie.
With the Giants and the Commanders tying. That's brutal because I say all the time, ties are as ugly and negative a thing as we want to watch on an NFL Sunday, but it always works out for those teams at the end because it's better than a loss.
Yep.
And it worked out for Chris because Chris had one of his picks under 41.
Yes.
Wow.
Just sat there in the balance.
Amazing.
Did you buy that half too?
I'm not above it. I might have.
Okay. All right.
I also mentioned that Steve, one of your picks, under 44 in Colts Cowboys.
Yep.
That was tracking until the fourth quarter.
Boy,
That was a 2-point game to start the fourth quarter.
It was incredible.
Talk about an avalanche.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Well, actually, I could believe it.
Yeah.
But watching it was something to see.
Yeah. Poor Matt Ryan.
I'll take the Miami Dolphins -3 on Sunday night.
Matt Ryan's sleeping on the fucking ground. He's the opposite of the Helix mattress.
Where's Nick Foles? He has to be healthy.
He's there. They show him every week. Go ahead, Meg.
What did that noise mean, Steve? You made a noise when I said Dolphins -3 Sunday night. You like it or you hate it?
I just surprised that's your first one.
Oh.
Yeah, no, honestly,
favorite?
I like
never
it.
take a favorite as your first one.
I like it.
You don't love it?
Well, I do think there is – obviously, Tua's been hitting open guys for a month now.
Except for last week.
And last week the defense was great, but there were open guys.
Yeah.
The moment was big.
Yeah.
And this is Sunday night football against the guy that he's getting compared to and against the team. Like, all the pressure's on the Dolphins.
I just think they can run it.
No question. And that's why I feel good about them winning that football game.
Yeah. And Corey Linsley might not play. Herbert in prime time. Herbert's great, but I like the bounce back spot for the Dolphins.
A little bit of a social.
Did they come back home or did they stay out west?
I think they stayed because I saw some pic of them practicing at UCLA.
Yep.
Oh.
Yesterday, maybe. Today or yesterday.
Okay.
Good to know.
Steve, you're up.
The smelliest line of the whole NFL season.
Oh, wow. The whole season. Let's try to guess
The whole
it.
season.
Hold on. Let me try to guess, too.
Yeah. We're going to try to guess, Steve. So, I think.
Hold on.
Should I say it or you want to look?
No. I got it.
I'm going to count to 3, and then you're both going to say your answers.
Are we going to say both teams or just
No, just
Okay, I know who you're picking.
say where the game is played. Ready?
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Seattle.
Correct.
Bang.
No. Carolina's a good play here.
Yeah, I'm taking Carolina.
Yeah, I like that too.
That is the smelliest line of the NFL season.
Is it though? Because the Panthers have
Chris.
been. I don't think the Seahawks are as good as people think, man.
Okay.
And
12th man, bro.
Foreman running the ball, controlling the keeping Geno off the field, keeping that big blue machine off the field.
Okay. I'm taking the Panthers because I think it's the worst line of the year.
I think it actually makes some sense.
I think it's a great pick, regardless.
Okay, I got the under in Broncos Chiefs. I got the under in Broncos Chiefs. Broncos unders this year 11-1. Okay, and the only other team that in the last 20 years that started 11-1 and unders, they finished strong 14-2. So I just don't. Okay, here's a big reason. The Chiefs are the Broncos defense is good in the red zone, right? That's all they got to do. Make these guys kick field goals.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
that's
going
it.
to. I don't think they're going to score a lot. I don't think how many points are the Broncos going to score? This game's at Arrowhead.
Yes.
Okay, how many points is Russell? What, 13 points?
13.
So 31-13 is kind of like what we're thinking, which maybe tells you should bet the
Broncos usually play the Chiefs tough in Mile High, right, Reed?
Yeah, we have a X game losing streak, I think, since the beginning of time.
Yep.
Though, but we're tight. But
there we go. And if that game's going to be tight, it's not going to be 30-27. So give me the under.
Okay.
Did we just say Arrowhead, or am I hearing things?
Is it Arrowhead?
It's Mile High.
It's Mile High. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, actually, they're going to be even more tired. People can't score. They're tired.
Yeah.
Give me the under.
You're right about that. Do I have the Steelers at 2.5?
Big thick grass. Big thick grass at Mile High. It's like running in a fucking meadow, dude.
Yep, 2.5.
Steve made another noise. I'm gonna do Steelers 2.5. Going back to the well.
I like that, but isn't there? They've won 2 in a row. The Ravens
there's
have
some
a
of that.
backup.
But there's even more of. Can you put an S on the end of Steelers?
God damn.
That's Steeler. It looks. Thank you. I think there's even more of. Hey, but Tyler Huntley's pretty good. No, he's not that good.
Okay.
1-4 as a starter last year.
Kenny Pickett, maybe decent.
Maybe decent.
I like Kenny Pickett.
George Pickens.
Maybe decent. I love that.
Get me the ball.
Mean streak.
Get me the ball.
Freiermuth, Deontay, Najee, TJ. I like this club. Tomlin wants to go to 500.
I'll ride with you on that.
Okay. Thank you, dog.
I like it too.
All right. White Steve.
Another favorite for Macon.
Yeah, I won't be. Actually, I might.
There's some over-unders I'm looking at this week that I am really intrigued in.
Spill the beans.
Go under on a low one.
All right, here's. I'll give you 3 games.
But don't pick. Yeah, you get
No,
one pick.
I'm just saying. I just want to bring them to our attention.
Hey, hold on, minute player.
Patriots, Cardinals, my 2 most hated teams to watch in the league. 43.5. That's not going over.
I like watching.
What
the
about
Patriots.
Nuke and Hollywood on the field for the first time together?
They're going to need it. They're going to need it because if they lose this one in embarrassing fashion, I think that's it. Mm-hmm. You're watching Hard Knocks, and it is not a good locker room.
I haven't seen Hard Knocks. Have you been watching it?
You got to dial in. Knock it out tonight.
It doesn't feel good there.
It's not a happy place in the locker room there.
Is it actually good TV though? Is it
phenomenal?
unfiltered?
In-season Hard Knocks is way better than preseason.
Wow.
And that's with Dan Campbell involved. I'll compare it. Last year, I thought I found out so much about the Colts. You saw the dynamic of Wentz with that team. I thought it really told you a lot, and I think you see a lot with this. I will say Colt McCoy is one of the best guys, if not the best, in the NFL. That guy is so good, genuine, and his approach to things is just incredible, and they do a great job showing that. So I highly recommend the Cardinals Hard Knocks to anybody. And also, I did not know their owner flies his own plane to games. That's including a trip from D.C. to Phoenix.
Yeah, it makes him one of the most dangerous owners in the league. We did a ranking of the most dangerous owners in the league. That guy's up there because he's got his pilot's license. He could be moving drugs, for all we know. Bricks of cocaine.
The other totals that don't make sense, I don't see how Buccaneers-Niners goes over 37.
I don't think so either.
I don't see that.
It's at 38 now, too.
Wow, I don't know, though. I could see the Niners scoring 20 points here.
Debo or Christian busting a couple?
Yeah, I could see him scoring 20 points.
Okay.
I like the Niners there, honestly, but I'm not going to give that out.
No.
I like
and what was the other total? Oh, I like Macon's game. I like the over in Dolphins Chargers. I think that game's going to be in bananas.
That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah,
52.
that'll be finally a fun one.
So
all right,
what's
for
your
my
play?
side, I'm going to play off of those. AFC North, give me the dog. The Bengals, people, they know how much they hate playing the Browns. It's a total different matchup than anybody. The Browns really, really match up with them well. You've seen it in prior years. I'm going to take the Browns plus the 5.5. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati. But give me the Browns.
All right. And, hey, listen, hold on to your butts here as you're sitting in your car or at home in the Philadelphia area. I'm taking the Giants. The Giants catching a touchdown. Hurts has been much better at home. He's 5-11 against the spread on the road. The Eagles are 7-16 on the road since 2020 against the spread against the NFC East. And then the Giants, home unders as well, if you're thinking about it. Last week it was profitable. 17-2 in their last 19. The fucking Giants, man, they do everything they can to keep these under. I appreciate what they did last week, and I'll reward them by taking their side this week. They're not going to win. The Eagles are going to win this game, but I like the Giants catching a touchdown.
It would be useful if Adoree Jackson played. We don't know about that yet or not. But if it's like Moreau on AJ Brown, that could be a bad scene.
It could be a really bad scene, dude.
Probably not playing.
But it's a lot of points.
A lot of points.
Hey, and it's a team that hasn't played them that they haven't blown them out. All right, so I'm going to buy my half point. What's the Lions line?
-2.
Okay, I'll take I'll buy there. I think that's Eagles 7.5. Okay, I'll buy the half there because I could see that landing squarely, like 2013 or 27-20.
Nice pick. Steve, I might go 3 favorites.
Wow.
They're 2 really. I feel pretty square this week.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hip to be square.
Carolina's written
That's
down
what I
here.
like.
Really, that's really that was a really good pick. I'm looking at San Francisco.
Yeah,
because what we've talked about, everybody being on their P's and Q's when the backup comes in, that's stuck with me.
The Bucs are not a good team.
Oh my God, Steve, listen up. They once it became 16-3, I went a little plus 885 on the Bucs to win the ball game. Yeah, as Chris noted, I didn't go high enough stakes. But
I was gonna say nickel or dime.
No, come on,
like $10.
Oh, fuck off.
What was it?
18. So I told you it was lunch money. It was tomorrow's lunch money.
Yeah.
Lunch has gotten expensive.
Yes, it has.
Holy hell! You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Wow, former Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett has emerged as a finalist for the Stanford job. Multiple sources have told The Athletic.
Wow. Stanford, Steve, your thoughts?
Red J.
Yeah, that's good. So he's got red hair. Good work.
Are there any other finalists?
Broncos out.
No, it's
He's
pretty
out?
tight. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Pretty tight to the vest out there in Palo Alto.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they can afford to be because nobody's asking.
That's valid point.
All right.
I need to make a pick here.
Yeah, you do. And I got a couple little other factoids for you to close this this portion of the show.
Isn't this the time that I'm not going to take it? Isn't this the time that Cincy clock strikes midnight on that whole deal?
No, because
Joe not being able to beat him?
Let me give you 2 things. I was just staring at this Bengals. Joe Cool is his nickname, right? In 50-degree or lower weather, he's 9-2 against the spread and 10-1, or 9-2 straight up and 10-1 against the spread. And then 40 degrees or less, he's 5-0 straight up and against the spread. So he literally likes cold weather. Okay, and when the Bengals got hot last year, they stayed hot. And Deshaun Watson's actually not an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett from what I saw last week. So I kind of like the Bengals here.
I was hoping there wasn't going to be silence there because it really hammers home the point that I need to make a pick here. And it's going to be a 3.5 point favorite. It's either going to be the Tennessee Titans against Jacksonville at home.
Okay, let me help you here.
Or it's going to be the San Francisco 49ers at home against Tampa Bay.
All right, let me help you here.
Tampa looked so bad, so incredibly bad.
Yeah. The Jags don't cover the spread a lot.
It's touchdown Tom versus Brock Purdy. Fuck it.
Go Titans, man.
Why?
Because the Jags don't cover the fucking spread. I could see Purdy throwing an interception or 2. Miami's defense is bad. They got pressure on him, but Miami's defense is average.
Yeah.
The Bucs defense, that's a little bit different at the second level.
Mark Ingram was like 4 yards at pop against that middle of that defense.
Okay, but these intermediate throws are not going to be as easy as they were last week.
Okay. The Titans bounce back a little bit.
Yeah, they just got beat by 25.
ETN will rush for 29 yards.
Zag.
Niners -3.5.
Okay.
Put it on my card. Niners.
Fuck, now I got to root for the team that he picked.
You were setting a trap?
I honestly think that the data supports betting the Titans, but not me. I'm not going to do it.
I want us all to win. Can I ask the tease got a question?
Yeah.
Can I take a teaser as one of my picks?
No, but we can let's all give out a teaser this week as a special. You brought it up.
Okay. Damn it.
Let's all give out one teaser. You see, you walked yourself into this. I'm getting back in the game.
Do we want to include it?
Yeah.
Include it in the standings?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yes. More action.
Let's go.
Can we go to college hoops or we're staying in the NFL?
No, we got to stay in the NFL. You have 1 minute to find this teaser.
No doubles tennis either.
Same
you can
game?
tease same game or you can tease 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How many are we just doing a 6-pointer? Can we
6-pointer?
6-pointer.
6-pointer.
All right, for my final pick, I'm taking the under in the Patriots-Cardinals game.
Okay.
43.5, and then I could buy it to 44.
Get your teaser ready, player.
I have my teaser ready.
Go ahead.
Buccaneers in the under.
Oh wow. The tease god is frozen.
Damn, that's a good pick.
Thank you.
T's got his completely frozen.
How you doing in your weekly pool, Macon?
Let's see. Has it come out yet today? I know I'm in third, and I'm at 60% on the nose, but hasn't come out yet. I'll send you a screenshot later.
Cool.
No big deal.
Give me the Chiefs. Okay. Damn, 3.5. Fuck. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs and the and give me the Jets. I know that's not the Wong method. I know I'm not crossing the 7s and 3s here, but give me the Jets catching.
Oh, it's the Wong method. All right.
It's the long method.
It's the wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
What is
why
it
they call
again?
me the
Chiefs?
Chiefs god. Yeah. Chiefs and Jets, because I really do think the Jets are going to keep this close. I almost bet them, but it's kind of scary. Mike White on the road in Buffalo.
God, when's the last time Buffalo played in Buffalo?
They can stop the run in nickel, man. They can stop the run. They can hang with those guys defensively.
6 points, you're saying, huh?
Yeah, 6 points.
Okay, give me the Vikes, who are +2. Give me the Carolina Panthers at +4, going to 8 and 10 respectively.
Okay.
Needed more time.
Man, a Seattle blowout would be hilarious.
Need more time
this week. Okay, so Steve, this has been great. A lot of action this weekend. I'm loving the board. We've talked ourselves into the board.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit what 1v1 matchups you're looking forward to?
Oh,
yeah. Hit one real quick before we.
For the Cochran Award.
Sauce and Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Sauce. Hey, that's great, Steve. Sauce doesn't often shadow. Well, that'll be interesting to see if Sauce shadows Stephon.
Maybe Buffalo tries to work that into their matchup.
Maybe.
And makes it happen.
Maybe indeed. But fuck it indeed, Chris. Is it Cochran Award? Do we have somebody besides a mayor?
I'm just going to say Kyle Whittingham, head coach of Utah.
Yep.
What they did and knowing what they had to do against USC, I thought was just monumental. I've said all last week, if there's one team you don't have to play twice in the Pac-12, it's Utah, and they proved it. SC, I'm sorry, your quarterback, he did get hurt, but they took it to you. You had no other answers, and they outscored you in the process. The way Utah did that was pretty darn impressive. A lot of chirping going on with USC fans being able to go out to Vegas and see their team play for the chance to go to the playoff. And Whittingham saying he loved being the underdog. You saw why. And his team came to play when it most counted. And keep your eyes on that team in the Rose Bowl.
Hey, Steve, I really enjoyed your Bad Beat segment. And though I appreciate that you don't go to props, that was a pretty fun Caleb Williams.
Like that one.
Rushing yards prop.
I purposely didn't mention your name when we did Duke Boston College either.
Purposely didn't.
I think you would have liked that.
Yeah,
I like relive it.
I like the shine no matter what.
Yeah.
I like the shine no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to yell Macon then.
If I'm the source for a bad beat, even if fucking John Shire, God damn it, any other coach in America would take the shot clock violation there. Just don't shoot. Don't shoot.
All right, here's my issue, okay, with coaches and players and fans blaming coaches for everything.
Shire, idiot.
You're trying to tell me that he didn't tell them to run the shot clock out.
Well, hey, proof's in the pudding. I'm a results guy. Whether or not he said it, the kids didn't listen.
It's like the LSU Georgia play. You're trying to tell me the special teams coach didn't tell the LSU cover the kick.
Not enough. It's like the guy in Tennessee that ran over the snapper. The coach didn't tell him enough.
Chris, you should have seen this. Shot clock's at like 3.5, 4. You got the tenths of seconds now on shot clocks. And the guy just hoists it like it's like the buzzer's running down. He needs to win the game. They're up by 21. Allows BC to hit a buzzer beater to. Oh my God!
Players are getting paid now, Macon. They deserve more criticism.
That's what you get for betting Duke.
I bet. Yeah, I did.
That's what you get.
I did. Do you know how I reacted? Didn't scream. Didn't yell. Didn't throw anything.
Just texted me.
Just ran it back on some tennis.
I walked into the other room, was silent.
Yeah,
and then I texted Steve. I texted Steve. Timmy Chang Award.
In the process, 1AA playoffs are still going on. We will have Timmy Chang. We are going to table that to see who matches up in the semis.
Let's table that.
Table Timmy Chang.
Go
Lot
Tribe.
to play for.
Go Tribe.
Holy Cross still alive, but they got to go out west.
So does William and Mary, the Fighting Mike Londons.
Steve. And number one, Cam Newton, number one fan.
Steve, yeah, that's cool seeing Cam Newton in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
What a big human.
He's just, man.
So big, man.
He's lovable, man. Everybody's like just psyched to have him in the student section. He's psyched
awesome.
to be there. You gotta love Cam Newton.
Are we forgetting something?
Harvey Updike doesn't love Cam Newton. God rest his soul.
Chris Long don't know Buda Baker.
Yeah, Chris Long don't know Buda. I want to get to know Buda Baker a little better and watch Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. All right, Steve.
All right, boys.
Be well.
Love
Have
you,
a great
man.
weekend. Chris, I'll be in touch.
Yeah, we'll see.
You'll be looking down on me.
He's going to be in and out. He's going to be in and out.
Going to the bathroom.
Can't stay the night for the troops. That's unfortunate. Okay. Take care.